Hey, good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? How are you guys doing? This is Gregory Wilds coming live to you from Houston, Texas, with this inspirational morning talk. For first-time listeners, I'm on at 8:45 a.m. Central Time on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, just to give you something a little inspirational to start out the day, as we're gonna, you know, encounter so much negativity throughout the day, so much negativity in the world. You just want something a little positive to keep you grounded, to keep your mind focused on something positive. All right, so today, what I want to talk about today, I want to look at this little story, a story we heard a lot of times, but a lot of times we just focus on this story of the aspect of the healing, which is a big part of it, and but there's another little nugget in here that I want to focus on in this story. All right, this this story here is found in Luke. This one I'm gonna read from Luke. I think it's in all the Gospels, but I'm gonna read it from Luke. Luke 8:41 through 48. Luke 8:41 through 48. This is the story about when this lady touched Jesus's cloak and was healed. Right? We're gonna go through it. She touched Jesus's cloak and was healed. Right? But an important part of it, I want to point out at the bottom of the story that it don't get a lot of light shed on is the confession, right? That's the part I'm going to really focus in with the healing too, but I'm going to bring out this little nugget that don't get a lot of light shed on. We might overlook it, the importance of it when we read in this story, right? Good morning, Jillian. Good morning. How are you doing? We may overlook the importance of this little piece here, because when anything is in the Bible, it's not just there for just their sake. It's a reason. We just got to find what reason it's there for and the importance of it. It's not just, oh, well, this happened and they just put it in there. No, Jesus don't waste words. When he says something, it got a meaning. So we're gonna look at this little story in the entirety. We're gonna shed light on healing because, encountering people, got need healing, a lot of healing, and doctors and giving them, good reports. Doctors' hands are tied. Remember, doctors' hands are tied to the science in front of them, right? They can only tell you what the science show them. God bless the doctors and the work they're doing. Well, God bless them with the ability to do, but they're limited for the science that they see in front of them, and that's what they could get a report on. But we know the creator can go beyond the science. He don't deal with the science. He go beyond the science, right? So let's shed a little light on this story here. Let's shed a little light on this story. Just like I said, it's found in Luke 8:41 through 48. So then a man named Jairus, a synagogue leader, came and fell at Jesus' feet, pleading with him to come to his house because his only daughter, a girl of about 12, was dying. So this synagogue leader come to Jesus and said, Jesus, man, come to my house, touch my, call my daughter, my only daughter, she's dying. She's a 12-year-old and she was dying. So he come and asked Jesus to go to his house, right? As Jesus was on his way, Jesus now on his way to the synagogue leader's house to heal his daughter. As he was on his way, the crowds almost crushed him. The crowds almost crushed him. And a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. For 12 years. I haven't found if anyone out there know and could connect this. I don't think this is a coincidence, but I haven't found the revelation in it yet properly. So if anyone know it, you could share it with me because it's always on my mind. This girl, what I'm talking about, the synagogue leader daughter was 12 years old that was dying. And a woman was there who was subject to bleeding for 12 years. There's something about those two 12s. I don't think, like I said, anything in this Bible is not just there for their sake. I think those two 12s got some type of meaning. She was 12-year-old. This woman was 12 years of bleeding. I'm not sure about it. Just anyone who could point me to, what that means, a connection to that, I would welcome it because it's always on my mind every time I go through this story. All right? So let me go over again. As Jesus was on his way, the crowds almost crushed him. And a woman was there who has been subject to bleeding for 12 years, but no one could heal her. She came up behind him and touched the edge of his cloak, and immediately her bleeding stopped, right? So she had this bleeding for 12 years. Go to all kind of doctors. They can't help her. No one can help her. She just got to live with this condition. As a lot of people, the doctor's telling right now, it's got a certain condition. Their hands are tied. There's nothing more they can do. They don't know what's going on. And they just got to live with it. But she was determined. She said, Jesus is in town. I go in. I go in. I heard about all the great things this man is doing. And if I could only touch him, I know I can be healed. So much faith she had. So much of faith she had. She said, I don't even want him to put his hands on me. And if I could only get to touch him, I'll be healed, right? And so she did. She touched him and she was healed. But let's see what the other part of the story said. Jesus said, who touched me? Who touched me? Jesus asked. Jesus like, who touched me? When they all denied it, Peter said, Master, people saying like, I am, there's a big crowd, and they started by saying people was crushing, almost crushed him. So this told me crowd and people very close to him, so a lot of people touching him. So if they said it almost crushed him, it probably said, as Jesus was on the way, the crowds almost crushed him. So this tells him people is in close proximity, touching him, right? So when they all denied it, Peter said, Master, the people are crowding and pressing against you. Peter was like, man, Jesus, how you going to ask him who touched you? Look how much people smashing against you. Who touched you? That's not a proper question to ask Jesus, but Jesus knew what he was talking about. Peter didn't know what Jesus was talking about. But Jesus said, someone touched me. I know that that power has gone out from Jesus. Said, no, this is not no ordinary smushing against me touch. Someone touched me with an intention, and that power, because of their faith, went out and do what it need to do. Who is that person? Who's that person? This is not no ordinary smushing together crowd touch, Peter. You don't understand what I'm talking about here. This is a different touch. This is a touch with a purpose. This is a touch by faith. This person, whoever touched me, this is a faith touch. I know the difference, Peter. I'm only Jesus. I know the difference, right? So, but Jesus said, someone touched me. I know that power has gone out from me. Then the woman, seeing that she could not go unnoticed, this is the part I really want to focus on here, right? Then the woman, seeing that she could not go unnoticed, came trembling and fell at his feet. In his presence of all the people, she told why she had touched him and how she had been instantly healed. Then he said to her, Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace. Well, we just read and say, oh, well, she just said she touched him. Jesus asked. No. It's more to it. It's very more to it than this. Jesus did her, as them young people are going to say. Jesus did her a solid, right? Young people are going to say, Jesus did her a solid. This was big for her. This was big for her. Not because she was healed. Not because she was healed, right? And this is what I want to tell people. If you got something to confess, you might be in this boat of this woman here, but I hope this gives you the courage to go and confess what you need to do, because maybe a simple confession standing between you and your healing, a simple confession standing between you and your breakthroughs, it could be a lot of things, right? So let's look at this and see. Then the woman, seeing that she could not go unnoticed, came trembling. So she's scared. Jesus asking, who touched me? He feel this touch. She thinking he might not even notice. Got so much of people, and she just get a little quick touch in, and he not going to notice. So now when Jesus noticed and asked him, who touched me? She didn't have to confess because so much of people was touching him. But she know Jesus was seeking her out, because she knows she touched him with this intention, right? So she came trembling and in his presence and fell at his feet. You might say, Gregory, so what's the importance of that? She just come forward and say, yeah, I touched you, Jesus, and I was healed. No. Just imagine, no one could heal her. 12 years she's struggling with this bleeding. Family members, friends, all know. She go to doctors. Doctors probably tell her there's nothing they can do. You just got to live with it. And any woman know that's not no thing you just want to live with, right? So she come forward and she said, I did this. Now, if she had just gone home, her problem stopped, her bleeding stopped, and she telling people this story, how much people would you think would have believed her? How much people would have believed her? She might have get ridiculed. She called a liar. Well, you did. People was coming up with all kind of stuff what she did to get this healing. right? How your situation stop. She probably go through a lot of scrutiny, a lot of disbelief. She might get kicked out of the community. That people might think, I don't know what you're dealing in, but all the doctor said you can't get healed. And she got talking the story how Jesus healed her. And people that was there, all them people that was there saying, when Jesus healed you, I was there with a whole crowd. Jesus didn't heal, no, he was going to heal the synagogue leader daughter. That's why he's on his way to you. You're a liar. Are you the synagogue leader's daughter? Well, then how he healed you, I was there right there. I was close to him all the way from where he started when he got to the house. And I see he healed no one. So you're a liar. Just imagine people telling them, no, I touched him and I got healed. Get from here, you're a liar. That's what people were telling her. The people who were there and witnesses. No, I was there. I didn't see she get no healed. She lying. I don't know what she did to get her healing. Right? They see Jesus call her out. Jesus said, come, confess. Confess in all these front of all of these people here. Make life easy for yourself. And I'm going to show people what faith is too. And I'm going to clear you and acknowledge that I healed you in front of all of these people. So you don't have to, they don't have to doubt you. Right? So you see her confession, how she could have ducked and hide away and gone. But see the importance of this confession, guys. So that's what I'm saying. This importance of this confession, she would not have enjoyed her healing properly because people ridicule her, people doubting her, and she got her healing. Sometimes healing is approved by God already, but a simple confession is what's gonna make it, manifest. So by her coming here and confessing, fell at his feet in the presence of the people, she told him why she touched him. Jesus, look, I'm suffering from bleeding for 12 years. I just know if I touch you, I can be healed. And how she has been instantly healed. And I touch you, Jesus, and guess what? I am healed. Then he said to her, daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace. So what Jesus did there, confirm in front of all of those people there, yes, this did happen. She touched me. I felt the power go to her, and she said she's healed. That is true. It's true what she's saying. So that whole crowd there now know what went down. So nobody can doubt her. She don't have to go and say anything. Now I showed them, and all of those people there can go spreading the word of how this woman was healed. Because Jesus himself confirmed it and back it up. Jesus himself, he didn't have no official healing ceremony here, but he confirmed what happened, how this miracle happened. All right? So guys, I don't want you to miss that. So confession is a very, very important thing. You probably never look at the story and even think about confession. We just get stuck in the healing part, right? So that's why Proverbs 28:13 said, whoever conceals their sin does not prosper. Whoever conceals their sin does not prosper, but the one who confesses and renounces them find mercy. She confessed it. It's not a sin, but she confessed what she did. She didn't ask permission for do it. She did it, but she confessed that she did it, and she found mercy. Jesus had mercy. He said, okay, no problem. No problem. You good. Go on. It's your faith. It's your own faith what healed you. But you didn't ask for permission to do it, but you confessed that you was the one touch me. That's all good. So I'm saying, somebody need to make a confession. You're probably in this boat, this woman, you're trembling, you're scared, you don't know how it's going to turn out in front of all these people. You don't know if Jesus is going to rebuke you because you touch him with asking permission for healing. But Jesus said, no, it's okay, it's cool. This is for you, not for me. I'm doing this for you, not really for me. It's fine. So go on, guys, make a confession. People got unforgiveness in the heart. It's standing in between the healing. You got to forgive. Confess that you still got that forgiveness stuff. Go forgive the person who you need to forgive and move on, because forgiveness is a big standing in between. It's a blockage to your healing, to your prayers, to everything. So the simple confessing that, you know what, I still hate Peter's guts for what he did to me. I still hate my parents for what they did to me. I still hate them. Every time I talk about it, I just feel like, ugh. You got to confess that. You got to let it go. Or you did somebody some wrong some time ago. Like they said, when you do if you repay evil for good, Evil shall not depart from your home. Maybe this could be the evil that still hang around your home because you repay somebody evil for good. But whatever it is, make the confession, guys. Make the confession of the story. Give you the courage to make the confession to move forward with what you're doing, with what you need. All right, guys. So I'm going to leave that there. But remember, it's Proverb 28:13. Whoever conceals their sin does not prosper, but the one who confesses and renounces them finds mercy. All right. Pura and Ryan, good morning. Good morning. So I'm going to leave that there, guys. Have a great, great weekend, and we'll talk again on Monday. Okay, bye.